MFL Total Access in the house. We got myself, we got Terry Babelis back this week.
I'm
Terry,
back.
good to have you back. Cam Newton, I'm back, but Cam was not back for long. My man was stinking it up on the field hella quickly. But good to have you back, Terry. Shout out to Max for filling in. He did a great job.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you look good, healthy, and rested.
he did. He did a really good job, and especially like you even saw like that's you guys were funny and had good chemistry in the first episode, but then that second episode you were clicking even better and calling me out all kinds left and right. I felt a little FOMO, so I had to be back this week. I see we're both wearing black.
Yeah.
It's for the Miami Dolphins 0-2 start to the season, right? But hey, Chiefs are also 0-2, so
And it's true. Yeah, no, but future's looking brighter than the Chiefs. For 0-2 is 0-2 now, Brad. We got to blow the stuff up. Now it's getting ridiculous. Where two is not the man, McDaniel's not the man. Greer's got to go. Enough's enough. I'm
you
getting
prefer to
upset.
be 0-2 than 1-1 at this point, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it was funny after Miami got the punt return touchdown that got called back. Obviously, so the Achan touchdown where Tua threw the ball 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and then Achan makes guys miss.
He's good, eh?
Yeah, my God, he brings the dog. And then he got a touchdown. I was like, nah, I don't know. And then he was out of bounds. I was like, you know what, Dad? It's a blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. Sometimes, it is what it is. The Lord closes some doors, He opens others, and I think this chapter's done for the Dolphins.
You guys are already playing. You're playing this Thursday against the Bills.
Yeah, 0-3, baby. Let's get it.
Hey, I think it's important we shout out Team Canada men and women, both of them getting a medal
Oh,
at the
preach.
in Panama.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of Team Canada highlights for the men because our boy Drysdale, not Anthony Drysdale, James Drysdale was posting it. Sick highlights too. So
He
they,
made some crazy catches.
yeah, he did that toe drag swag. Just like these guys are just absolute elite, and that's crazy. Like who would have thought? Like Canada, you have Mexico that does a bunch of ballers. You have USA, obviously that's always going to be there. But yeah, so it was the men's that won the bronze, right, and the women's that won silver because the game got cut short.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you could say they won silver. They like that's really unfortunate. I wanted to bring it up because this is something that
Yeah.
would never happen in the MFL. So for those who are not aware, uh, Team Canada was in the finals. Team Canada women's team was in the gold medal finals against Team Mexico, who they actually played in the same pool. And for the past, I think I saw a stat, for the past 8 years, the finals was always Team USA and Team Mexico. It was the first time that it was not a Team USA, Team Mexico finals. Why is that? That's because Team Canada beat Team Mexico in the group stage. So Team Canada finished first in their group, forcing a semi-final match of Team USA and Team Mexico. And then because Team USA finished first in the other group, so
Okay.
it was kind of like a crossover. The first place plays like the well, there was a semi, there was a yeah. So it was like the first place of one group plays the second place of the other group, and one
Yeah.
plays two of the other group. So Team USA got matched up against Team Mexico in the semifinal because usually they split them since they
You
both
mean the
meet in the
finals?
finals. Yeah, because
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
ranked 1 and 2 in the world, right?
Right, right.
So Team Canada a huge upset against Team Mexico in the group stage, and then they win their semifinal game to make it in the finals. Team Mexico beats Team USA in their semifinal. First time in forever that Team USA is not in the final, and so now Canada already beat Team Mexico in the round robin,
Hmm.
and game got cut. Game was delayed due to like severe weather conditions,
Hmm.
and then it was finally canceled. And there's actually a rule that says if the game is within this is international rules. And I know a lot of
Yeah.
people in the last playoffs brought up some of these international rules. A lot of people wanted the two flags, the 1 foot, and all that stuff. Let me know if you guys would like this rule. So if the game's within one score, there's no winner and it's a tie. So in that case, they probably both would have gotten the gold medal. But if the game is within two scores, once it is canceled, well, then the final score remains. And since the score was 12-0, and that's a two-score game, the final score is 12-0.
Come on, Terry.
How horrible is that?
Okay,
Like
so let's say if Mexico is up 6-0,
they
you're
both
gonna
would have, it would have been a tie. So I don't know. I don't know if they both would have got a gold medal or both would have got a silver medal. Because it didn't specify like in knockout stages. It's just a general rule, and it said in that case the game would be officialized as a tie.
I mean, you would have, first of all, that's crazy. Second of all, you would assume they both get gold and not silver because there has to be a gold medal winner, right? Like, hasn't it in the Olympics where, guys have or girls have shared gold? Like, there's been two.
Yeah, there could be a tie,
Yeah, like my gut's saying that if they had to share a medal, it would be
but
gold.
just that's already like ridiculous. Like I mean, this it's an international tournament, all this, and like the game. I think it was still in the first half when the game got cut short. I could be wrong, but I believe it was like either first half or very close to it. Um, and yeah,
Well, it's
like
like saying a team can't come back down two scores, right?
Yeah, and it's like at any point in time, and how many
Yeah.
comebacks have we seen? And also, Team Canada beat Team Mexico in the group stage. I know that doesn't mean anything because like you could have went undefeated and made the playoffs and won or whatever, but like it's not as if Team Canada had never beaten Team Mexico. They literally did it a few days earlier, right?
Wow.
So Team Canada wins second place, being the only team in the tournament having not lost a game in regulation, right?
That's good.
Because
That's
they went
crazy.
undefeated in the group stage. Team Mexico
Yeah.
lost a game in the group stage. For every game that they started that ended after
Yeah.
the two times 20-minute halves,
Yeah.
Team Canada didn't lose a game, but they leave the tournament with a silver medal.
That's
That's tough.
crazy.
I mean, it's still huge props and congratulations to them because I don't think they've finished top two in the world in maybe
Many
ever.
years. Yeah.
So that's a huge, huge, huge congratulations, but they have to be leaving there with like a bit of a sour taste and like a chip on their shoulder for the next tournament, right?
Well, of course, I mean it's human nature. Whether they lose, respectively, or lose on like a game like that, where the game doesn't finish, you come back with vengeance. That's weird. I'm just surprised they couldn't make that work for a tournament that's so big and
I mean,
so
I
important.
guess travel, people are coming from around the world. They might have
Yeah,
their plane tickets booked, so you can't really like postpone to the next day. But I
yeah,
figured that like you'd rather play 4-on-4 the next day than have a finals decided that way.
yeah. Oh, that's tough. But imagine like finding out you've won the gold medal because of that. Because I'm sure no one
Yeah,
actually knew the rules. Right? Like I'm sure that'll be continued the next day or continue later on.
yeah.
Like, but man, that is crazy. So Team Canada wins silver in the women's. Team Canada wins bronze in the men's. Do you know who won the men's? Because it was Mexico against the States, right?
Yeah. No, I don't know. Do we
Okay.
care?
No, I guess we don't care. But
Okay.
who did Canada beat in the bronze medal game?
Panama.
Was Panama? Eh? Okay, so
Yeah.
so they won on the road.
Well, yeah.
You
Since
got you
Panama
got
was the host city.
yeah, you got to think about it. But no, I saw something.
Oh,
Not a
U
weather delay.
USA and Mexico split the title.
No, they didn't, Terry. Did it say what the score was?
I'll try to find it 1 second. I just saw the headline. Oh,
Oh,
did
okay.
not play. They didn't even start the game, I think.
So I guess the women's game was first.
Yeah, yeah, the women's game was first. And so
Okay.
United States and Mexico have been declared joint champions, the 2025 EFAF American Flag Football Continental Champions. So are you happy about that? Like if you're a team USA and both of them I think were undefeated in the tournament. I think neither of them had lost at that point. So like it kind of sucks. Like yes, you're champion. Yes, you're gonna flaunt that medal, but like
Well,
yeah.
look, there's three options. Number one, you'd rather play the game and win gold.
Hmm.
Then number two, you'd rather that, and I think number three, you'd rather a silver medal. Like you want to play the game,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like
But
you'd rather tie gold than win silver, right? But
yeah,
I
what if
mean,
yeah, I know you can't control Mother Nature, but like what a flop for
that's
the
crazy.
tournament. Yeah.
And you're at MFL, that would not happen. We have cats
Oh,
in the in the
MFL, we
sky.
played through tornadoes and
Oh yeah,
thunderstorms, and
of course.
we'll stay at the park till like 2 o'clock in the morning if we have to declare champion.
Oh, come on, it is what it is, bro. Let's go. We ain't made of sugar.
Ain't no ties in the regular season. We're not gonna split the joint champions.
For real. Damn. But shout out to Canadian flag. Let's go.
Yeah, shout out Canada Flag, but I'll have to say that just because the international rules do something doesn't mean it's the smartest or best way to do it.
Mm.
Keep in mind that we took a lot of suggestions in between the seasons, and we have a competition committee with like a bunch of people and officials, and we make decisions based on what we think brings the most value and creates the best game of flag football on the field. We know 5-on-5 is very popular right now, but we still feel that 6-on-6 is the way to go. Like we feel that there's more enjoyment to it, and the gameplay, the script, the way the offense and the defense roll out. So for the foreseeable future, that's what we're going to be keeping. Not because other big leagues or other international leagues decide to do 5-on-5, will we switch?
No, but that's what makes the MFL unique, right? It's
Yeah,
we could just be like any other league, and
it's it's funny because this is what John usually refers to when people say, "Oh, well, the other league does it." Um, for the longest, like MFL since its existence, has been a little over 10 years now, always used the pop-up flags. Like those flags that like another version, a much cheaper and not as sophisticated version of the one we have now, but it was really a belt that the flags detach from the belt, which
hmm,
is common sense. Other leagues were using the waist belt where the flags are attached to the waist, and when you pull a flag, the whole belt comes out. So in that case, it was much easier to make a tackle. You just swipe the guy's back,
yeah,
and you'd grab the belt, like literally the belt around the waist, and you pull
yeah,
that off. And people were hating for some reason. Like now, it feels crazy to think about this that people were hating on the
yeah.
belts in the MFL saying that it made no sense to use those belts. And now it's as if like if you would see the old belts being used, like even in a pickup game, you'd be like, "Are you a dinosaur?"
Yeah.
kind of thing, right? So like,
Yeah.
um, yeah.
Yeah, I know it's true.
And
Yeah.
it hasn't been that long when you think about it. The other leagues made a switch during COVID to go to the pop-up flags, right? So it's like it hasn't even been that long that they've been using the same flags as us.
Yeah, and it's like when you've known one way for your whole life, you don't want to change it, in other words. But I think yeah, that like everyone I speak to now loves the idea of the pop. Even me too. At first, like I wasn't like when League switched to the pop up, I was like, I don't know if I like it, but it just, I don't know, it makes the game so much smoother and it
Why
just makes
didn't you like it?
you know what? I guess because all I knew was the waist belt. Like that's all I knew, and it was like it
Yeah.
was fun, it was cool, and it was like pop up, bro. Like how we gonna I actually like I already missed tackles as it is. How am I supposed to get a tackle now that it's?
Yeah.
But no, it's worked out.
That's a lot of blah blah.
Yeah.
We should start the show. But before we start, important message. Just have one announcement. Be nice to people, whether it's your teammates, the opposing team, the referees, league administrators. Just you don't know what people are going through in life. Just be nice. You'll never regret being too nice. You'll never regret being too generous. You're never gonna look back and be like, I shouldn't have said thank you and please. I should have been a dick. You know, you'll never trust me. It'll never happen. So as much as you can, be nice.
And like it is definitely an emotional game. The game of flag football, and it's like sometimes you play the game and you think back like, oh, I wish I didn't say that. So yeah, it's and not because you said something nice, because you said something that you regret. But I think it's like, look, it's I understand that's emotional, and like everyone that's playing it wants to win. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's about putting things into perspective, right? I think it's like you got to ask yourself before you're saying something, how am I going to feel about this afterwards? And um, yeah, I think that's it's a good way to look at it.
Without further ado,
Let's go.
we still doing that Brossard stuff or
No, wait, bro, we good, we good.
okay, good.
Brossard's great. Go to Brossard. Woo.
Okay, let's start with Division One. So it's already up on the page.
Okay, good stuff.
So
Um, yeah,
Idaho really sucked. They only scored 99 points this past weekend. They couldn't hit 100. Like, come on, guys, you were
that
1 point away.
that's quite disappointing. Man, we talk about that first game, Idaho KLB. Idaho was undermanned this weekend. We're in the new edition of Vashi, we used to call him Charles Olivier Vachon, paying dividends right away. 5 catches, 97 yards, 2 TDs, a 1 point convert. More known as like a shutdown DB
Yeah,
because he's one of the better DBs in flag in general, but also has great hands and is a speedster on the offensive side. So safe to say, Brady made do with what he had, which was very good weapons.
me too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He made do with these D3 receivers. And yeah, look, yeah, good game. DeChesney threw. No more stirring the pot, man. DeChesney lost. That's it. He's done. He sucks as quarterback. People, where are you? It's always been your team. No, but a close game here. And it's just really impressive that Idaho are able to score Terry and able to score at will no matter who's playing for their team. And KOLB has athletes. They have good players on the defensive side of the ball, but you're just not able to figure out Brady in this offense. 324 yards, 7 TDs, and distributing the ball very well.
Yeah, speaking of ball distribution, but before I speak about that, I'm just trying to see when they went for one. So yeah, here's the play that screwed them over. It was smart at the time because you're up 16, you go for one, make it a three possession game, but going for one there and not two is what prevented you to hit 100 points on the day.
And that's all that really counts, right?
But more seriousness, like what really stood out to me, both quarterbacks did a great job distributing the ball. When you
Yeah.
have a trio of receivers with 2 touchdowns apiece, like already it's tough enough to get one receiver 2 touchdowns. When you have a trio of receivers in Charles Vachon, Manuel Leroy, and Sam Anastasopoulos all getting 2 touchdowns, Jordan Tower even getting one, and then James is the second most has the second most receptions on the day. Same with KOB. I see that the player with the most receptions, Jeff Delos, has the fewest yards. So it's like you're really getting everyone involved when the guy that touched the ball the most is not the guy getting the most yards. And you got the other maybe guys that are like more of your deeper options. So like, look, scoring 40 points in Division One will win you more games than you lose. Since you love stirring the pot, and I see it in the behind you there, you're stirring right before we got on the show. Would KLB have won this game with Jonathan Poole, the quarterback?
Definitely not. No, I think. Well, look, like I said before, I think if there's a KOLB offense that puts up 60 points, it's probably Plo that throws. If there's a KLB team that puts up 6 points, it's probably Plo that throws because he's hit and miss. He's mostly hit, obviously. I think it would have probably given them the better chance because I think Plo is one of the better deep ball throwers. Simon does this thing, right? He doesn't necessarily dink and dunk on the field, as you see here, 12 yards a completion, but Plo has the more accurate deep ball, and so I think that probably would have given them better shots in a game like this against Idaho. But Chesney did his thing, man. When you score 40 points, like you said, usually you're winning most games in Div One.
Yeah. And I also want to point out that he did put up 40 points, missing arguably his two best receivers. I mean, in addition to missing his two best receivers, Simon Duchen's also a huge piece on offense that's taken away when he plays quarterbacks. Like, had Jonathan Plot been there with Simon Duchen in offense, the tower of Simon Dubois also, and then Jeremy Riendo Devers and Alex Valliere, who are literally like 1A, 1B for this team in the past 5 seasons, like,
Yeah.
that's a lot more firepower. It's really hard to imagine they score more than 40 points because putting up 40 is already crazy good. But Jeremy and Alex, who I think finished both amongst top three receivers last season in Division One, like just recently as this spring. So those are two huge pieces. And that's what I looked at when I saw his average of 12 yards. I'm like, okay, how many yards does Jeremy and how many do Alex have? Because they're the deep threats on this team, right? And
Yeah.
neither of them played. And then you have guys like Victor Davis, who's amazing, and Stan filling in for him. Even Nico Potvin getting involved with a 5 for 55. That's double the average he gets when Simon Valley gets throwing him the ball.
I say triple, but and think about having Valliere and Jeremy there, how it impacts the defensive side of the ball, right? Valliere, arguably the best rusher in the MFL, maybe puts a little more pressure on Brady, and that changes things. But I think they've missed a few games this year, if I'm not mistaken. Valliere and Jeremy, because I know after this loss right now they're sitting at 2-2, win loss, um, and then where was it?
Jeremy played one game,
Yeah, Jeremy only played one game, so I
and it looks like
assume.
Valia hasn't played.
Yeah, so I mean, I assume these guys have been on this team forever, and they're at the like
Yeah.
basically the core of this. So I assume they're going to get the 5 games played. But I wonder if Valia has
Oh, I
just
know
thrown.
Jeremy's injured right now. Jeremy did get
Oh, okay,
injured,
okay, okay,
but
that makes sense.
I'm not
But
sure about Alex because he played 10 games the last 2 seasons. Maybe he's
yeah, no,
also
no,
injured.
yeah,
But yeah, Brady only 15 in completions, completing over 30 passes, over 300 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the zero interceptions. It's going to be hard to lose many games after that. Let's skip over Idaho and go directly to the pack and the unit. A lot to digest and uncover here. I got the good, the bad, and the ugly. What do you want to start with?
we always get the ugly way out of the way first.
The ugly?
Yes,
Okay, the pack are up
I saw. You mean
15 points.
the four letter word?
No, but even before that, like even if you do that four-letter word or not, and then it gets even uglier when you dissect it. Like at first you just look at okay, they punted, but then when you dissect it, it gets even worse. Like they're at 15 points with 4 minutes left. I don't know if they had already started posting their videos on the MFL players about the deep shots, and that's why they forgot to play the last 4 minutes of the game, or if
Hey, I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't there this weekend.
I didn't see it either. But maybe they were like not enough players on the field or something because they were like adjusting their videos to post or something. But look, yeah, I was gonna get into the good, but we'll save the good for last. And it's
Yeah, yeah. We go ugly
uh,
right away. Ugly right away.
yeah, so like up 20 to 14 at half. You're still going for 1 point, okay, but they're kind of working. And then you score, you get a safety, you score a touchdown, and then you finally get the 2 point convert for, I don't know what made you go for two here, but Tom here. And then you're up 15 points.
Man.
Go to the play by play. 15 points, 4 minutes remaining. Like there shouldn't ever be anything that comes into question, right? Um, yeah,
God,
so
crazy. Sorry. Yeah. They got a touchdown, didn't even get the extra point there. Unit, like after scoring, right? It's still a two possession game.
bro, the unit scored like three times in those last 4 minutes. They scored three touchdowns in the last 4 minutes. They gave up three touchdowns in 3 minutes.
Holy cow. I think, wow, that's crazy. I, because I was checking the score briefly of the games, but this one I hadn't. I checked the score and the game was already over, and then I checked the play by play, and I was like, man, oh man, like, we'll look at standings after, but that's
Yeah,
one definitely the Pack are going to want back.
yeah, a little. I'll get to it after. So yeah, fourth and two here. A minute 50 left. You're up 9. Of course, go for it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fourth and 12 here, you punt. Like my question is that like if you would have been consistent and you go for it, like if you like to me it would have been less ugly if they would have punted both times.
Yeah, I would say because you're a very logical human being, and I appreciate that about you. But I think sometimes you got to go with how you feel and go with the flow. And just because you punted once doesn't mean you have to do it again. And just because you went for it doesn't mean you have like it doesn't.
No,
No, it
look,
doesn't matter what you previously did. For me, yeah, I'll let you like they shouldn't have punted either time. But just because,
agreed.
yeah, just because you don't punt before doesn't mean you shouldn't punt now. Just because you don't have to.
Okay, I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way.
Yeah,
I agree for the most part,
yeah,
but this team, and I think it's factual, has a very difficult time of deciding when it's time to punt
yeah. I
or
agree with
not.
that.
Okay,
Agreed,
this team
agreed.
has made big and many mistakes, and it's not their first season anymore, and it's
Hmm.
not like they've been coached and been told what to do in what situation. So I
Hmm.
think for what would be most beneficial to them is if they had a mindset and they just
Yeah,
stuck to it. Either always punt on fourth down or always go for it on fourth down. At that point, right now, it'll be better than what they're doing. That's my logic. It doesn't do my like my reason and
yeah,
my
yeah,
thing. It was more about that. It was more like
yeah.
before the game, you should ask yourself if you're up with 2 minutes remaining, do you punt or do you go for it? And there's
Right.
no timeout wasted. There's no discussion. You do it. We
Yeah,
said we're gonna punt if we're up a score with 2 minutes
yeah.
left. We'll just punt. That we decided that pregame. You're not
Right,
gonna come up with a better decision in the moment when you don't even know what you're doing, because clearly
right.
they don't know what they're doing. So
It's yeah.
talk about it throughout the week instead of posting those videos or hating on the refs that make bad calls. Talk about whether you should be punting or not in these key situations so you're not in that moment and not knowing what to do and making the wrong decision. Because all respect to the unit, they're a great team. Ashton's great. I'll get to that, but there's no way in hell they should have won this game. And
No, I was gonna, yeah,
look, you're down two scores with a minute 50 left, and then you're still down with a minute 26 left. What changed in those 24 seconds that now? Oh no, now let's punt. And I don't know if clearly they weren't aware, but this punt was a worse decision. I understand it was 4th and 12, and you'll probably, if you want to play devil's advocate, oh, it's 4th and 12, it's impossible. First of all, Guillaume has one of the best deep balls in the league. So if there's anyone that could convert a 4th and 12, it's clearly Guillaume. Where's that 45 bomb to Mo in this situation when it really matters and not when you're already up 20 points beating on other teams? But just thinking about it, there's a minute 26 left. If you go for it and you don't get it, there'll still be time on the clock when you get the ball back after the unit scores or you stop them. You stop them, you get the win. The unit scores, there's still time left on the clock that you could win the game. If you punt the ball, the unit drives the field and they give you the ball back left with 2 plays. So that's the biggest argument of going for it on fourth down and it's short field. Like teams are like, oh, but it's 4th and 10 from our 5 yard line. What if we don't get it? Well, if you don't get it on 4th and 10 from your 5 yard line, the biggest outcome of that is that you're getting the ball back in at most 4 plays. In 4 plays, after 4 plays, you know the ball's yours. And what do you want the most in the football game? To have the ball in your hands, right?
especially in Division One.
Exactly.
I agree 1,000% with what you just finished saying. It's like with against the Pack when we had a really good game. Arnold was the Pack. We were in a very similar situation. We had it. Well, I got an unfortunate like penalty after the safety, so we had the ball at our 2.5 yard line. It was 4th and 10 at the 2.5, with about 3 minutes, and we went for it, right? Because we said, like, let's say we don't get it, they score, we have the ball back with a minute 30 or 2 minutes.
Exactly. Like you have to
Yeah,
think
it's like
about.
but like you said, the only thing is in your mind, you're justifying it by saying if we don't get it, they'll probably score, which is true. But I think that you have to factor in Division One. Most teams will score most possessions, and like you said, Division One, you want the ball last. And I think that like I wouldn't have punted in either of these situations. Credit the unit Terry for making a stop, but I think, like you said, it definitely depends in certain situations when you punt or not. Like you're not going to say we always punt or we always go for it. If you're up by 9 with 30 seconds, you'll punt. Whereas if you know, you're, I mean, I would never, ever, ever punt. But I'm saying
Yeah, no, I
certain
get what you're
teams,
saying, but this team is not. I don't trust them to make that decision on the fly.
right? It's got to be pregame.
Yeah, it gotta be pregame, and once they finally like it clicks and they are able to dissect it in the game,
Hmm.
maybe then they could adjust. But like right now, there's nothing that led us to believe that they can make the right decision in game. Like you just hit the nail on the coffin. Like the the fact that like worst case scenario, if you punt, worst case scenario, the unit takes up all the remaining time and they score and they take the lead and you have no time left. If you go for it, worst case scenario, the units score and you get the ball back with time to win the game. There's one worst case scenario that's a lot better than the other worst case scenario, right?
100%.
So
And
like,
like, yeah.
and like you said, it's Division One. You can't assume you're gonna get a stop. Like,
like right, if it was like I'm just thinking if it was raining and the score was like 12-6, and or like if it was 12-6 and both quarterbacks were playing poorly, like teams were scoring in this game, right? At this point in the game, it was 36 like 36
33.
33 because then they got the safety. So it was 36-33, so it was a fairly high scoring game. Ashton was playing well. Yeah, I just think, and it's like, who do I want running the a minute drill or 2 minute drill as a a Division 1 fan? It's Guillaume, right? And so he didn't have the opportunity to do that, just having two plays. And yeah, this was a crazy game. We talked about the Pack's point of view. We got to give credit to the unit too, because that was, like you said, they scored, it was like
Oh,
three
you said you're under
touchdowns.
the ugly, the bad, and the good. We're not the good yet.
Yeah, yeah, true, true, true. Okay, yeah, good call. So that, you're right. That was the ugly. And I mean, standings wise, it really hurt the pack too, because I believe that's four straight losses now after starting two.
Well, you're getting to the bad. The
Okay,
bad is
okay,
where this. It's a good segue. We're done
okay,
talking about
perfect,
the ugly. We're done hating
perfect.
on the punting situation.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we're done, we're done, we're done. I think we did, we did quite a bit of that.
let's go to the bad now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now that we got the ugly out of the way, we'll talk about the bad. The bad is that the pack is sitting at 2-4 outside of a playoff spot, looking in. Um, yeah,
That's crazy. Like, look, let's say Unit lose that game, they go to 2-2. The pack win, they're sitting at 3-3. Yeah, that changes.
they'd be in fourth place.
Yeah, wait.
So safe to say that L was huge for them. Um, Look, I've heard more than one person recently tell me that Guillaume is the second best quarterback in this league after Steve. Um, Not to say that's not true. Might not be my opinion, but not to say that's not true. But he's not playing like it right now.
Mhm.
2 games under 500. Look, you're definitely not going to win all your games, but they started 2-0. They're on a 4 game losing streak. Ransard, Idaho, Arnold's, the unit. No gimme games there, no easy games, but sometimes you got to win games that you're not supposed to at some point if you want to make the playoffs, right?
Mhm. Well, I mean, this team is, like, they're good enough to make the playoffs, right? Like
It's
you
going to be
said,
an
honor
uphill
games.
battle right now.
Yeah, it is uphill battle for sure. Like honor game, like you said, probably going to be the ones out, and then you have also, yeah, Pio only his second time playing in Division 1, so that's a little up in the air. And then look, obviously you have teams that are going to be great. Iron Wolves last year, we lost in the first round of the playoffs. We've been up and down in terms of the roster. KOLB roster inconsistencies too, with Plul not playing quarterback. Outlaws, lose Marv. Unit use their star quarterback, but obviously they have Ashton now, so it's like. Yeah, like there's a lot of teams that have question marks in Division 1, but unfortunately, losing four straight games is tough. Just because, like, not only do you lose four straight games, Terry, but like the tiebreakers are not in your favor at all.
Yeah. Especially with your points against also, right? I think they slightly improved. They went from giving up like 45 points a game last season to 38 now, so there's some
Yeah.
positive there. But let's get to the good. We're talking about top quarterbacks in the division. This guy Ashton Thibault, who's probably one of the best receivers, if not in the whole division, in the whole league, if not the best, is doing pretty good for himself at the quarterback position, considering he's never played a full season of quarterback under his belt. This is really, really, really impressive. Because look at the quarterbacks in this division. You got Brady, Steve, you, Plourde or Water, Pio, Guillaume, Dave, right?
Yeah.
Um, Going quickly, they've literally all won championships at the quarterback position. They've all won championships. Every quarterback I mentioned won a championship at the quarterback position. Maybe not in Division 1, but at
Yeah.
some point in the MFL. Is there any you're not sure of?
And PO?
He won Division 5 and 4 when he first joined the league, remember?
Got you, got you. Okay, I
I'm
believe
still,
you.
I'm still counting those.
Of course,
When
yeah, yeah, of
when
course,
when
of
him and
course.
Alexis Ferrand were lighting up Division 4 back before
Oh
we had a
yeah, yeah,
cab.
yeah. That was a hack. Yes. Okay. Okay. Facts. And then
Or actually, they actually lost in the finals in one. I think they lost in the finals in one of them. But I think he won Division 5. Anyway, maybe I could be wrong.
I know I believe. So I didn't think four. I believe you already won at least
Yeah,
a four or a five.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, all that to say that all the quarterbacks here are well qualified. Ashton's the only one that hasn't won at the quarterback, hasn't won a championship as a quarterback. He has multiple championships in Division One, and we were talking about like James Langshaw, how he quarterbacked for the first time ever in Division Three, and we were impressed. Like, oh wow, like you start in Division Three and you're putting up numbers. Season MVP, brought us into the championship finals. He's undefeated, I believe, right now in Division Two, 3 or 4 games in, lighting it up in Division Two
Yeah.
against a lot of Division One players there. Literally never played quarterback for a team before the year 2025. And Ashton's doing this, but in Division One. like, and like this is essentially the same team that the unit had last year that lost in the finals. But you remove Vinny at quarterback and you take Ashton. Like whether your opinion's Ashton's better or not, clearly Vinny's more experienced. But the biggest loss is removing Ashton from the receiver position, which I don't think they replaced, right? They didn't bring in another like top receiver. It's not as if they brought in Marvin or someone like that to replace Ashton's receiving output, right? And that's what makes it so impressive. And like you have guys, like you look at the unit schedule, and they're 4-1. They have 3-1. Sorry, they have 2 wins against Honor Game. They lost tight one to KLB, and then they beat the Pack. So Ashton's going head to head against Guillaume, who's played quarterback since he was in the womb, right? Uh, and he puts up close to 300 yards, 27 completions, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. Comes back down multiple possessions with under 4 minutes. Like this is the unit team that like could be scary because usually down that many points late in the game, not that they will turn on themselves, but like there'd be some bickering, there'd be some unsportsmanlike behavior, there'd be this, there'd be that. But when they are able to use that like negative energy and turn it into a positive and rally the troops and come back and win this game, that's when this team could be like really, really scary. Like,
1,000%. Like we always said, like as long as they keep their emotions in check, they'll be fine. And for me, I just remember like, I was talking to Ashton. It was funny. I was like, man, like you're doing really good at the quarterback position. Like you're going through your reads and stuff. Like how are you doing this? He goes, yeah, well, quarterback's fun. And I said, well, yeah, I mean, look, skating is skating. It looks like fun. I can't skate. It's not because I wanted to skate that I'm able to skate. I can't skate. It looks like fun. But
he
yeah,
must
no, it's fun. It's fun. He's just so nonchalant about it, and
he must
like
think
I
we
just
all thought he would have sucked because I asked him the exact same question.
yeah, that's what I mean. I
He's like,
just
well, I played football my whole life. Like,
Yeah, but no, but
I'm like,
quarterback is
yeah,
completely different. And I think it goes to show he understands the game a heck of a lot better than the average player, considering he's a top wide receiver and a top quarterback. And this is just fun to see, man. Like just like I remember my first years at quarterback. It's like I don't know what play to call this and that. Like he just seems to be running this offense. It's smooth. It's a train that ain't stopping, man. It's a train that ain't stopping. And look, they've won 3 games in a row. And I think the most important thing is the guys believe in him. And I think that's huge, right? The
yeah,
guys, when you look at the studs, yes, they lose him as a receiver, but you still got studs. Like you got Flash, you got Jeremy, you got the Daouz, you have Collie, KJ2, we know is a stud, and obviously Sean Haney. So they got ballers all across the field. So at the wide receiver position, they're going to be okay. And I think that this team really has bought into the Ashton QB1 mentality. And right now it's paying dividends, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down.
yeah. All right, Division Two.
Let's
Next
go.
next time we won't start Division One, okay?
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Oh man, I'll talk about this real quickly. Bin Thunder Buddies. The refs were literally cracking jokes how much we sucked in the first half, down 26-7. Like I honestly thought like, okay, let's just score some points. Let's get like a couple of touchdowns on the board, and end on a good note. But oh boy, did the defense ever stand up. I had front row seats from the sideline to watch Rob White's 2 interceptions. I gotta say, he looked like he was back to being 20 years old, man. He not only intercepted and made a couple of guys miss. He controlled the defense from a play calling perspective, from an impact perspective, and he said we ain't going 0-3. I don't know if you're still on the team, by the way. Just to let you know, this is the
Oh
Thunderbird
yeah,
Super
no,
League.
I heard him just like in case somebody gets injured, like I'll be there suited up.
So, but honestly, in the first half, like we literally had no answers. Jean-Simon Thibodeau and Thomas Côté-Parent both were playing like doing anything they wanted with our defense. Um, Yeah, well, it was a fun game. Obviously, it's funner when you win the game. I was driving home after. I'm like, oh my God, would I have been like in a bad mood had I got clobbered in this game? Like, it was just, I have a thing. Like, it's as if I have a sack fetish. Like, I just love getting sacked this season.
Yeah,
I
it's getting a
think,
bit ridiculous though. Like it's not a joke anymore, but you can't be doing that shit when we're in the playoffs.
like, I don't know what it is. Like, I have more, I got sacked more times this season in 3 games than last year in 9.
I honestly, like I would have believed you if you said the last 3 previous seasons. No, like it's actually like it's well. Look, I mean, it's two ways to look at it, right? Like the read's not there and you're taking a sack, it's better than throwing
Yeah,
a pick, right?
we'll
Like,
say it was the former.
yeah, yeah, 100%. But yeah, like this, obviously, I wasn't there this game, but I spoke to Sidori a few days ago, and I was like, man, like, Terry said Rob had the best game of his life, and he was like, I've never seen Rob play like that before. He was like, Rob was like shooting the field, like it was like the field was 4 feet. He
Literally.
was like, where he was like, just length. He was like elastic man. And I think somebody says just this, right? You said Rob said he's not going 0-3, and it's like you don't care. You don't care if you're playing against Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, or Dan Marino in his prime. If you're not going 0-3, not going 0-3, and
Yeah. What else did
Rob Reed
Satori
said
tell you?
that.
What else did Satori tell you?
That like Rob's dog, and he's like fine wine.
Yeah. My dad made a funny joke in the chat. He's like, I distributed the ball so well, I even got a catch to myself.
Respect. Did it actually happen or?
Yeah.
Oh,
The rusher tipped it in the air and I caught it.
wow, respect. That actually respect. You
Um,
didn't get sacked?
no,
Of all the times to get sacked, you'd assume it'd be that one.
yeah, I kind of caught it like 1 yard past the line of scrimmage.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, so like it would just been a
Okay.
tackle at that point.
Plus, a huge win for us, right? We didn't want to fall to 0-3 like you said.
Yeah. Speaking of falling, Rossas who were 4-0 felt well, lost 2 games. It was bound to happen, but they were missing, I think, their whole roster basically.
Yeah.
It was just impressive how they were able to field the team and not take the forfeit. So like, huge respect to them. I know it was a bad timing. They have a lot of injuries, a lot of guys on vacation at the same time. That 4-0 cushion at the beginning of the season is going to be perfect because it's just enough wins to make them finish 5-5 at the end of the season. So, but seriously, thank you for like putting in a team and not forfeiting because it sucks for like everyone. Even though you got blown out in the first game, the second game, you lost by 20 points, and the double dippers are a little annoying. Like, can they not put up like 40 plus points in the game? 50. I know you put up 50 in one half in the playoffs last season, and you think you're cool now, but like 50, 54, and 45, like save some points for the other teams. You only needed 26 to win this game. There was no need to go up to 45.
Man, that's crazy. I wonder. I always talk about checking in the archives. I'm sure we don't even have any of that, but to like average 50 points per game through 3 games, like the record is probably not. Like if they continue at this pace, it's probably the record. Like
Probably.
in any
We
division.
were talking about it. We're talking with Eric, and I think my stance of if they're ready for Division One right now changed. If they're putting up this many points in Division Two, like yes, there's a big jump from Division One to Division Two, but you're not going from swimming and playing soccer to playing football. It's still the same sport, right? So if you could score a lot of
Yeah.
points in Division Two, you could score a lot of points in Division One. So yeah, I think this team's definitely ready for a jump to Division One, maybe in spring 2026.
Crazy, man. If you would have said that like about a year ago or a year and a half ago, I would have said, you know what, like maybe you're jumping the gun a little bit, but like
I
right now they're just
Yeah,
they're
I,
scoring
I
like
know
crazy.
David Brisson's already won most improved player at some point in his career.
Yeah.
But like we got to remember this guy was throwing in like Division 4 and maybe even Division 5 at some point. And now he's won a division at least a Division 3 best quarterback award and he's definitely been
Yes.
like up there in Division 2. I don't know if he's won one in Division 2, but
Yeah.
if not he's been very very close to. And what is this one? Season 1.
Speaking of which, you have OJ's award.
He spoke to me about it. John has it. I told him to remind me so I can remind John.
Okay, I'll remind him to remind you to remind me.
Perfect.
Okay, got you.
Who won fall 2023 that he was on that team?
Like who won the championship?
Yeah, fall 2023. He was on Jagerbomb? Oh, he was in Idaho? Oh, yeah, he was in Idaho.
Oh, facts. And then it was respect, respect. And okay, yeah, well, yeah,
Uh,
man, look at all those old team. Le Petit Fuck, Red Raiders, boys. Yeah, your bomb, Centurion.
Gotta
Yeah,
scroll down to see nice TDs.
okay, there it is. 2018. Oh, Iron Wolves. Let's go. 2017.
Him, you with 2 huge wins, beating Trench Babies and Rejects. Nice TDs were playing at 6 p.m. and half the team was late to this game. Like, I get it, there could be traffic, but you're literally playing at 6 p.m. Like, my alarm didn't ring or it's too early is like the most common excuse, but at 6 p.m., like, bruh, show up for your game.
I guess there's, my team was playing at 3:30 in college football, and I wanted to stay, but
How about
yeah,
them
no.
dogs, eh?
What'd you say?
How about them dogs?
Yeah, know. I'd say how about them Irish, but they're off to a unique start, 0-2. Usually they don't lose two games the whole season. But yeah, Dogs looking good, man. Dogs looking good. And Penn State, man, ranked at 2. That's crazy. But yeah, no. You'd assume if guys were late to be a 9 a.m. game or a 10:30 game. That's up, man. And nice he's playing with fire now, Terry. Like I know that on paper they're one of the best, if not the best teams in this division. This is a good division too. And now sitting at 1-3, a half a game out of a playoff spot. Look, I think they're going to make the playoffs. I'd be very surprised if they don't. But
I don't
like,
know if Steve did it on purpose because he you never know his motives, but like when he beat Guillaume in back-to-back finals, he told him, "Don't worry, I'm retiring from Division Two. It's your division now. It ain't looking too pretty." Because I think before the season started, everyone would have like predicted no Steve in Division Two. I think next these are the favorites.
I think so too. Look, you have like double dippers that have been there, haven't really got over the hump. Rosslaw still go 5-5 no matter who they play. Himi Diversity just jumped from Div 3, Witching Hour 2, Trench Rabies, us as well. Like, I mean, look, it's crazy, man. You have next this upcoming game, 9 a.m. I think it's a make or break game. There's one game to watch through all five, all six divisions this weekend. It's the Nice TDs Average Joe's game at 9 a.m.
Yeah, and if Average Joe's pull that one off, I think Nicety's playoffs hopes are like close to zero.
1-4, 0-5. If
I
it,
think
yeah.
you have the if Niceties lose this game, their chances of making the playoffs are the same as Guillaume not punting on a fourth down.
It sounds about right. Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay, before we move on to Division Three, two undefeated teams in Division Two. We got
Yes.
him, you, double
Yeah.
dippers. Who's
Yeah.
your favorite right now? Because that's my finals prediction as of today, taking Thunder Buddies out of the equation. I got him, you, double dippers meeting in the finals. Who takes it home? Who's number one in your power rankings right now, and who's your favorite to win it all if it's between those two teams or the
Look, man,
field?
yeah, it's not to put pressure on the boys because they know I'm not trying to do reverse psychology or something, but I'm going with him. I'm going him. 1A. I'm going double dippers. 1B. Just the way that these guys win games is pretty impressive. They can win on offense. They can win on defense, and they just understand the game, right? And when you add Carl to the team, he's been playing for the team for a while. And he's built that chemistry with James. James at the quarterback position has been killing it. He's getting better every game. He completes like 85 to 90% of his passes. This is just like a team that's very consistent. Whereas double dippers are consistent, but you can kind of see them potentially laying a game out,
Yeah,
laying an egg at one point. Both sides of the ball, just almost unstoppable. And look, through 5 games, they're 71 point plus minus differential. It'll be close. There's a lot of great teams in the division, but I'm power rankings right now. I'm going Himu at 1. I'm going double dippers at 2, and I have Raw Sauce at 3 because you got to give them a little bit of slack from last week.
yeah.
But, Himu's favorite in my opinion.
It's crazy because like double dippers have been like a top team in the division for like the past 20 years. Him, you just pop up, brand new team, and like don't even have a logo set on the website, which is actually getting really annoying. Tell your boy
Yeah, it
Kareem to
is. It
set that
is. I'll
up.
talk to the boys.
And they're the favorite. They're 5-0. Even if they lose the rest of their games, they go 5-5, which is like a success for a first season in a higher division, right? Like you're talking about the guys they have on the team, and I don't even know how we won that championship game against them
Yeah.
a few months ago. Seriously, thank God, because the way we're going now, it doesn't look like we're gonna smell that anytime soon. But with that win, you can maybe turn things away. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a double dipper season. I know I'm repeating this a lot. I'm putting a lot of emphasis on the fact that Steve's not playing the division, like kind
Mhm.
of brushing his ego the way that he doesn't need it to be brushed. But it's wide open at that point, right? And double
Mhm.
dippers kind of got their season cut short the past 2 seasons by losing to Fins Up and Respect. So maybe this is their year.
It's like you said, if any year is their year, the window's open, man. But the window's open for a lot of teams too. And Double Dippers, two huge games, Division Two this weekend between two not so great teams standing wise. Nice's Average Joe's, and then we got the undefeated matchup. So are they both 9 a.m.? Yeah, both 9 a.m. Man, be there, be square.
Yeah. Division three.
Let's get it.
Oh, only 3 games to cover. Lions were without Alex. Yeah, Jason Flingen at quarterback. Choppa Thunder took care of business. Spartans Drama Club, man. I mean,
What a bounce back, eh?
who would you have picked in this game before the game?
Honestly, I'm not just saying it because I always get my picks right, but I would have picked Spartans because there's something about a team needing a win, and I think Spartans need the win a tad bit more.
A much closer game, though.
Yo, 100%, 100. I probably would have said 13-12.
I guess the way the Spartans only lost by 1 point against Ducks kind of showed that they had some oomph. But
Yeah.
man,
And
I
look, it's not like look, Saint Pierre, Roxanne, Duchesne, they were there in this game, so Nico was there too. It's not as if you're missing the
Simone
studs.
Chen only 1 catch.
Yeah, which is surprising.
I gotta say, I gotta apologize to Nico because I lied to him.
Well,
After his
now.
first week, after his first game, he scored 7 points and he threw 5 picks. And I told him it can't get worse. That's the positive. And it got way worse. He threw six picks, he scored 0 points. So I'm sorry for lying to you, my man, Nico. Uh, I really don't think it could get worse. I really don't think it could get worse than this past game.
No, but look, in between those games, they've had a win. But like this is,
He
no,
won a
this is very
game?
surprising. I think they have won.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck.
they
Oh
beat
yeah,
me.
they won because they got a pick six and a safety on the last 2 plays.
Stop. Oh yeah, you told me that. I can be yes. Okay, so look, they're 1-3. They're struggling to score points, right? 13 in any division is not going to win you games. But they do have that one game. They're sitting at 1-3. Two tough games
Yeah.
coming up. Even but man, yeah, that schedule does not get any easier. Um,
And the Bandits too might be three tough games. The Bandits just pulled off a pretty convincing win, 20-6 against La Horde. Chris Hope joining the Bandits for now. We'll see how long that one lasts. It's a storyline that we haven't spoken about that much. Like if this was the NFL and a player as like Chris Hope would be a free agent and go from one division team to another division team and then hop on another Division 3 team, like it'd be all over the news. It'd be all that sports channels would be talking about, right?
so yeah, agreed. So you're telling me Chris Hope has played on two Division 1 teams this year and two Division 3 teams this year.
Correct.
FAT players being okay. So do we actually know? So is he going to join like Lau next week and Drama Club the week after, or like is he
And
actually on
we're
that?
trying to get him on Phoenix as well, and then the Ducks are gonna
Yeah,
have him for
yeah.
the last game. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So he'll end the season with Phoenix and play playoffs with us. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Perfect. No, but that's huge, Terry. We talk about like Chris's experience to help these guys out. And it's not like they need any help. Like this team's already been very good. And I think he'll be huge for Matt. Like you see, 8 catches in this game, moving the chains. And this is a team that's already stacked on the defensive side of the ball. So actually, I don't know what. I think Bandits are doing okay. What place are they in? If you could just
They
slide
were 0-2, and now they just turned that around and are 2-0.
2-2. Okay,
2-0 in their last 2 games, 2-2.
against FAT plays a pretty good squad. So top six, 1-2 get the
Hey, we're
bye.
the only undefeated team.
Let's go.
Respect.
But don't be jinxing us. But let's go.
Oh,
Uh,
because Lions lost this week, yeah.
yeah,
I think we're
true,
playing them
true.
this yeah.
Oh, damn,
I don't
let's
know if I'm
go.
playing that game, but we'll see.
I may not play either, right? Missing games left and right.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin didn't put up the poll yet, so
Yeah, true that, true that. Well, good games in Div 3 and good games
Nick,
coming up
Nick,
this week.
Nick told me he's like, you really don't want to play with Phoenix, eh?
Is that you?
It's actually a lot more fun than I would have thought, to be honest.
Hey, we got the
It
cruises,
it
man. We can't
it,
complain.
it feels good to be on a team and not have to do anything. Like run after people for the
Yeah,
payments, put the
yeah,
polls up, find subs. Like Kevin's actually really good at all that stuff.
yeah.
He's a
I
good
know.
captain.
I feel.
Division 4,
Let's go.
nothing but D getting that big win against Martin Mystery. Second win of the season here. Back-to-back wins. Another team that started 0-2 and that's 0 in their last 2 games. They got a winnable game against Nomad coming up, so they could go over 500. Um, Look, Martin Mystère having a tough start to their season. Huge roster, but very inconsistent attendance. When they're all there, they're very good. When they're missing players, they're not as good.
Mhm.
Um, yeah,
I mean, like it's like that with anything, right? Any team in division, you're missing guys. You gotta, have the same guys to continue to build chemistry. And if you don't know who's in and out of the lineup, it's tough.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I was impressed with Blue Badgers, Terry. Uh, Because Buba, I mean, impressed. They were 0-3. I thought they would have a pretty good start to the season. They've been playing in MFL for a while. They've always been a contender. So I'm really happy they got this win and put up 36 points. Because going 0-4 wouldn't have been a death sentence, but it would have been tough. So very happy to see them bounce back after what's surprisingly a very poor start. But they put up 36 against Nomad and a much needed win.
Yeah, no, for sure. And another team that I wanted to circle out is the Slicks. I know they're 1-4, but they lost one game. They lost a game by a single point this week against the defending champs and the only undefeated team. They were up 18-0. They couldn't close it out. All they needed was one convert to get the win here. They also lost a game by against Creaky Knees, who are one of the top teams in the division, by 1 point as well. They played the whole game with 5 players, 5-on-6,
Oh,
and they lost
yes.
by 1 point in this one. So like those are this team that's sitting at 1-4 could have very easily been 3-2 right now. Like super easily been
It's
3-2, right? So,
it's crazy, man. It's a 48-minute game or 44-minute game.
yeah,
Oh,
44, you should know that. And
44-minute game. It's a long game.
3-2 with their points against, they would have been in fourth or fifth place.
That's man. It's a play here or play there, man. Especially when you're in a division that's as tight as this one.
And look, they're playing against Blue Badgers this upcoming week. It's probably like a must-win game if you want to keep your playoff hopes alive for both teams.
One win each. Yeah, combine 2 wins. And like you said, what's gonna the tiebreak two situation there? That's gonna be huge.
Like this is a team that their record really doesn't indicate
Yeah,
their success in this division.
that's fair.
Uh, they're your Division 5 champs. I'm pretty sure if they were in Division 5, they'd be undefeated and probably have like a better point differential than they did last season. I think Division 5 is a touch weaker than it was last season. We did a better job to ensure there's no like DTS in there this time.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, but speaking of Division 5, maybe a good segue to go to Division 5.
let's get it, Sank.
So a ton of games here. I think there were 10 or 11 fat players, Titans, your undefeated teams. I think Titans won a super, super, super close one against the Bandits, who are sitting at 0-3, man. They needed that win. It was a winless team against an undefeated team, and it came down to the wire. Um, yeah, Bandits scoring a touchdown with 44 seconds remaining. Couldn't get the convert to take the lead. Hope they went for two. Um,
We'll never know.
I mean, what do you mean we'll never know?
Well, if they went for two or not.
We can't ask them?
Oh no, we can't. But I mean, via this, like
Okay.
it doesn't say 2 point unsuccessful, just unsuccessful.
Yeah, they were missing their quarterback also. Alex Tashro filled in nicely. Alex is the quarterback of the undefeated fat players in this division, so always good there. And even Matias was their other sub, going for over 100 yards and three touchdowns. Um,
Against a team like Titans, right? Titans were supposed to be the cream of the crop, but who knows because of the Titans.
so
Like
if you had to predict a record now, they're sitting at 4-0. What do they finish? Don't forget, Ross is 4-0.
7-3.
Oh, you're giving them 7 wins?
Yeah, so you thought I'd give less, eh?
I was sure you'd say 5-5.
Yeah, no, I know. No. 7-3. I'm gonna go 7-3. That means they go 3-3. Yeah, I think that's about right. 7-3, lose first round of the playoffs. No,
So
I can say 7-3. They're definitely gonna be one of the top four. They're definitely gonna get a bye.
Titans are playing Wong Dynasty this week. Of course, sitting in the second and third position. But speaking of Wong Dynasty, I want to highlight they had a huge win against Sax Farm this past weekend. Maybe a little bit of revenge slash taking it personal. Most of, if not the whole team of Sax Farm was previously on Wong Dynasty last season. Um, and even had the brothers Jacob and Aaron DeRoger going up against each other in this one. Uh, you can see.
Man,
So
it's impressive to find a win throwing 66 yards, Terry, for one dynasty and still getting the dub.
look, they're. I mean, last year they were probably losing games ugly, and now they're winning games ugly. It just feels better when you're winning. Because look, a lot of these players, like I don't know if Aaron, but I think Aaron, Liam, Tyler, all these guys were all on Wong Dynasty last season. Wong Dynasty had the worst season ever, going second to last,
One and
1-9, and all these guys left them, and they're like, we're gonna do our own team. We want to play with Tyler and his dad, Sax Farm, yay, woohoo!
9.
And Wong Dynasty has been winning games without them.
It's true. It's impressive. Not only winning games, Terry, four like this. If you look at their history, has Wong Dynasty ever won four
Yeah,
games?
their first season, I think they won 5-5 or very close to it.
Okay, so they're on pace, obviously, to
Yeah, they were 5-5 in their first season ever. So that's why, like last year when they were 1-9, didn't
yeah,
seem right. Lost a lot of close games there, and yeah. But Ryan Wong of Wong Dynasty has been doing a great job at finding ways to win games, right? Like even though he only threw 66 for 66 yards in this game, the biggest thing is that he only threw one interception, which obviously gives you a much better chance of winning the game than when you throw three, right? He had thrown quite a few in seasons past, 25 in 10 games. So seeing he's only thrown two so far. Oh, those are muff snaps. My bad. 29. It's even worse. More interceptions than muff
yeah,
snaps. 29 in 10 games. Seeing he's only thrown 10 now through 5 games. That's about 20 on a 10-game schedule, cutting that in by 1/3. So
yeah.
it's not bad, right? He went from 38 to 29 to on pace for 20. It's obviously helping you win games, especially that in Division 5. You don't need to score that many points that
Yeah.
often to win games. So it's more about not making those crucial mistakes.
And like, look, I was gonna say, like you said, scoring point. They scored 21 on average of 21 points. If you look at all the games that happened this weekend, you're winning a fair amount of those games, right? If you look at the Legendaries Wolverines, 21 points wins that game. If you're looking at different games, 21 points is it's 50-50. It's giving your team a chance to win games.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're scoring like single digits or like 12 points or under, it makes it more difficult. So big win for them. They ended up losing the second game against the Knights, but that was their first loss of the season. So sitting at 4-1, pretty good start.
Yeah, huge win for the Knights, who's a free agent team, and like at the beginning, after their first game, thought it'd be a little bit of a tough season, getting clobbered against Hive, pulling back-to-back wins, giving up only 12 total points. So good job for the Knights.
Hey, let's get it. Hey, Westmont Knights, baby. That was my high school. Let's go.
Is that their logo?
It was purple, but yeah,
So they just changed the color, but it was the exact same logo.
yeah. I'm sure every night looks exactly the same, but that actually looks pretty cooler, much cooler.
Let's move on to the women's division.
Let's go. What a
So
game, rookies, drama queens. That one was a crazy one.
yeah, so the rookies had some reinforcements here in the name of Maya DeFazio and Sarah Saint-Germain, who helped propel the rookies to their first win over here. Drama Queens, maybe still a Super Bowl hangover here, popped too much champagne in this one. Maybe they took them a little lightly, not expecting that free agent team to have some new players. They did win big in their second game, 58 against Unmatched Girls. But I know there's a few blowouts still, but I feel there has been more closer games in this division. Maybe not showing this week in particular,
Yeah.
but I think that just goes to show that if we have the same amount of teams in the spring, we could have two divisions in the women's division.
Well, look. Okay, so you look at you have. I think the top five realistically, Terry, have championship aspirations, right? Yes, Tigres, Leftovers, Crazy Bees, Drama Queens. Like it's not necessarily a Desapo Tigres that the one year where they met in the finals, and it was like that was
Yeah.
for sure the finals.
Mhm.
So the bottom teams, yes, obviously, it's they're not doing that well, and they haven't really been in games. But I think that like in terms of championship matchup, that's wide open.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
And Angie killing it, man. Doing at the quarterback position, 4 TDs, only the one interception. And look, that's what it was Crazy Bees that yeah, exactly lost in the championship game last year, 1-0, which was crazy. And
Yeah,
they seem out to get some revenge here. Defense getting 8 interceptions. I wonder if that's a record.
could be. Shout out to Zana with three and Cristiano with two. Even got Daniela Larian with a pick six. Everyone that got one got a pick six. It's crazy.
Four pick sixes, holy.
Yeah,
That's like when Demario thing against Jason Armonti that one game.
except he got them all himself.
Oh yeah, I think he got like 5 total and like 3 pick sixes or something.
Right, we got Laval to do quickly.
The
That's what's
Vol one and
left.
two. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
So just look at the standings here. In Laval, we got 14 making the playoffs out of five. You got Bandinos that are sitting comfortably at 3-1, playing against Gold Diggers this weekend. High on audibles. We're up 12 to zip in this one at half, and Northsiders came back and won it 20 to 12. That one might be costly for them for their playoff hopes. Both teams are on a bye this week, um, so Higher Nobles have to wait an extra week to try to make the playoffs. And then looking in Division Two, um, this Mighty Ducks team seems that it has like a mighty offense.
Good call. Yeah, putting up 40 this week, and 113 in 4 games. Damn.
Yeah. And Route Runners also pretty impressive with their offensive output. This is the ex-Pousseur de Ballon team, who was also
Oh,
very impressive early in the season, last season,
were they scoring
offensively.
like 70 points a game?
Yeah, I think 77.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, look, you see Flagzilla and Rutter don't have a win, but I think that they're at least for Rutter, like this team has some experience. They were all most of the team was a free agent team last season. I still think they have a chance to turn it around. Like what's positive for these two teams is that a playoff spot is only one win away, right? Especially for Flagzilla, that's only played two games. I know it's been pretty bad, only scoring 4 points through your first two games, but you have many games in hand to try to win one game.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure they're playing against some of the teams that are in the chase with them. So, yeah, still a lot of football to be played.
And like you got to assume like the first game too, it's almost like preseason. You're getting back into it after not played for a while. But yeah, wins gonna be important for Flagzilla to get a win within the next few games for sure.
Bold predictions?
Let's go.
What division?
You're give me and I'm give you
Can you give me first?
Div 3.
Div 3.
Yeah. Could you give me mine so I can start preparing?
Yeah, Div 5.
Okay. I'm gonna pretend like I know the matchups in my head.
So Laval, they're playing the Ducks.
Yeah,
Uh, Ben Faubert was previously on the Ducks. I don't know if he got cut. I don't know if he left his own free will, but he's playing on Laval this season. Ducks sitting comfortably at 3-1. Their only loss against the undefeated Phoenix. Laval sitting at 2-3. Just got smacked last weekend against Bandits. Need a win.
yep.
It's gonna be a tie game.
Okay.
And Ben Faubert will catch the game-winning score on the last play of the game to take the victory over his former team.
Sweet Revenge, like the board game. Sorry.
What about the board game?
You ever
Sorry.
play Sorry?
Nope.
It's basically the slogan is Sweet, or the game of Sweet Revenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why it says sorry, but you shouldn't be saying sorry if you're doing it on purpose.
Pardon me, bro. Pardon me. I
Uh,
like
Di-
that.
Division
Ben
5.
Faubert. Alrighty, Div 5. So we have a bunch of games this weekend. We had a few not so close games last week. And hold, okay, bro, this is like the NFL. Like, how many teams are in? That's crazy. Wolverines. Okay, Wolverines got their first win of the season last year. Last weekend, this past weekend against Legendaries. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, 14-12
I think it was their
in
second win of
OT.
the game.
Second win, sorry, good call. Second win. First one. Can you pull up our boy Nico Kluche's stats?
In the game or on the season?
No, season. So he's got, okay, 11, 21, 5. So he's averaging 2 a game. Okay, I'm going to say in this game against, who are the, Wolverines playing?
Big
Big
booties.
booties, damn. So team with a pretty good defense. Okay, Wolverines in this game score a lot of points under the helm of Nico Kluche. Nico throws for 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and they win the game by 16.
Let's see what his personal best is. So he's never thrown for more than 4 touchdowns. And that came in the win this season against big assets.
Well, guess what? He's getting 2 more this game. 6.
So that's really bold. You saying that Nico's going to throw 6 touchdowns?
Yeah, I mean, 4 is the most he's thrown all season, no? And they win by 16 against big booties.
Okay.
Yeah, it was bolder than yours, bro. Chill.
I know, but it's not very nice towards Wolverine. Like saying they're going to win a game by 16 points when teams have been winning by 50. Oh, yeah.
No, bro, they're playing big booties, bro. They have it's not a shot at them. It's more of a shot at big booties than anything.
Yeah. All right. That's it for
Don't
today.
try and stir the pot, bro. You're not good at stirring the pot.
How funny is that?
But that was a good one, bro. The Chesney got me laughing.
So yeah, if there's one thing you can remember from this show, the one important message we said, what would it be, William Power?
Win at all costs, no matter what the score. No, yeah, be nice. Like I said,
You got it. I'm proud of you. I didn't think you passed the quiz.
yeah, come on now. But even like I said, to summarize, like I go home and like, shoot, I wish I didn't say that. Take a deep breath, and if you want to say something, but that deep breath will help.
Yeah.
We got a
Good
good league,
show.
fun league. Oh, we're all at LeBear this weekend, eh?
No, not everyone.
Oh, sure. Well, I'm at LeBear, so that's all that matters. Okay, nice.
It was good to be back. I guess you'll do the
Yes.
next two with Max, and then I'll be back in 3 weeks.
Oh, I thought I was off the next 2 weeks.
Your dad would be happy there, eh?
Ooh, would he ever? My boy Bun right there. Come on now.
All right, well, it was, hopefully I get to see you this Saturday.
Oh yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens behind this. But it's like my life's not the same,
Like
bro.
you're
It's
not
like,
even a flag football player. You just like occasionally play. You know those people that
yeah,
like don't play and just like sub from time to time. That's you now.
yeah,
You
yeah.
went from like playing on 27 teams to like.
I'm like subbing on 16, and like if I can make it, you know, like if I'm not busy, if
All right, let us know what you thought.
yeah.
If you guys really want Max back, Will and I will gladly sub ourselves out for next week and get Max back on. But I'm pretty sure you will see him back at some point. He did do a great job. He has those great articles for Laval and Brossard as well. We're happy to have him in our league. And congratulations to Max and Leanne, who just got married.
If you like it, you should have put him on it, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, see you guys Saturday at
See you
LeBear
guys.
or not.
Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.